Welcome to this explainer. Okay, as fellow interior designers and window covering dealers, we all know the truth. Designing a gorgeous soft treatment is really only half the battle. The other half? Well, actually getting it made without completely losing our minds. So today, we're setting the stage for evaluating a custom drapery fabrication partner. We're going to use the Workroom Collective as our benchmark to figure out exactly what we should be looking for in a true trade-only workroom. So let's start with the million-dollar question. How do we actually evaluate a trade-only fabrication partner? You know the drill. We spend hours, sometimes weeks, sourcing the perfect textiles, sketching the ideal proportions, and pitching these brilliant designs to our clients. But finding the right workroom to actually execute those creative visions, to bring our ultimate vision to life without causing massive headaches, that can be incredibly challenging. What are the green flags? What specific questions should we be asking before we hand over our precious calm? Let's figure that out together. All right, let's dive right into this. We're going to walk through our 4 key pillars for vetting a great workroom. First, assessing craftsmanship and experience. Second, strict quality control standards. Third, seamless communication and quoting. And fourth, the final delivery presentation. Let's get right to it. Pillar number 1, assessing craftsmanship and experience. 50. Now that isn't just some random number. When a trusted partner like the Workroom Collective brings over 50 years of experience to the table, that represents generations of invaluable expertise. I mean, think about how many misbehaving, tricky textiles they've had to conquer in half a century. When a workroom has been around for that long, their team of seasoned artisans has quite literally seen it all. They know exactly how different fabrics are going to drape, stretch, shrink, and behave over time. They rely on traditional hand techniques, the kind that simply cannot be rushed and definitely cannot be faked by amateur setups trying to cut corners. And you know that deep hands-on experience directly translates into their everyday capabilities. A comprehensive workroom should confidently handle the full scope of our designs under one single roof. We're talking intricate drapery, precision-crafted Roman shades, heavily structured top treatments, modern motorization systems, and even perfectly stuffed custom pillows. Having a partner who does the whole shebang is huge. When one single team of artisans manages your specialty Roman shades just as expertly as your motorized drapery, it guarantees absolute cohesive quality and style across the entire home. So, what does it actually mean to be a true to-the-trade workroom? Well, a genuinely trade-exclusive partner focuses their energy and expertise solely on fabrication. They dedicate all their resources, floor space, and time to efficient production and reliable quality right there on the sewing floor. And this gives us, the designers, the ultimate flexibility. We keep complete control to manage the measuring, direct the final install, and handle the material sourcing through our own preferred vendors. It's a true partnership where everyone gets to focus entirely on what they do best, without stepping on each other's toes. Moving right into Pillar 2, strict quality control standards. If you've been in this industry for any length of time, you know textiles absolutely have a mind of their own. We've all had that absolute nightmare project where a pattern just wants to drift or a silk flat out refuses to lay flat. And that brings us to bow and bias. These are inherent characteristics of custom textiles, and the acceptable industry standard tolerance is 1.5 to 2 inches. Now, why is understanding this so critical for us? Because managing these characteristics, especially for seamless pattern matching on difficult prints and solids, requires intense technical expertise. A professional workroom understands these exact tolerances. They conduct stringent quality inspections the second the fabric arrives, so those inherent qualities don't suddenly turn into glaring visual flaws on install day. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they manage those tricky fabrics. Think of these 3 steps as your absolute non-negotiable fabrication checklist. First, patterns must be matched from the top down. Second, all seams have to be serged to prevent any future fraying or unraveling inside the drape. And third, the piece must be finished with color-matched cotton thread so the stitching completely disappears into the design. It's this level of meticulous, almost obsessive attention to detail that ensures every single stitch and fold reflects the highest standards of our industry. Okay, let's talk about the absolute unsung hero of a great drape, the lining. We should always expect to see highly specific professional material offerings from our fabrication partners. The Workroom Collective, for example, uses a 70% poly, 30% cotton blend as their heavy-duty standard lining. If a client needs a bit more privacy, they seamlessly switch to a cotton sateen. And for those highly demanding, super specific client needs, which, let's face it, we all have, they offer custom-quoted specialty linings. Understanding these specific blends is absolutely vital because the right lining doesn't just protect an expensive face fabric from harsh sun damage, it fundamentally creates the final drape, the memory, and the core structure of the window covering. Which brings us to pillar 3, seamless communication and quoting. Let's look at what reliable communication actually looks like in our chaotic day-to-day lives. Picture this. You're juggling 3 massive installs, you got an agitated client, and you desperately need a quick turnaround on a highly specific Roman shade quote to finalize a budget. Getting a clear, concise note that Jill from the Workroom has your exact price estimate ready by Monday, that is an absolute lifesaver. When we're navigating these complex, trade-only partnerships, we need an administrative team that acts like a seamless extension of our own studio. Prompt pricing and crystal clear timelines mean we can keep our clients informed, confident, and, most importantly, happy. The crucial point here is that a truly great workroom's commitment doesn't just start when the needle hits the fabric. They have to be deeply committed to detail and precision from start to finish. That means carefully, stringently inspecting our customer's own material the very second it arrives on their loading dock to catch any mill flaws before it's too late. It means having the experience to ask us the right questions during the quoting phase and maintaining that exact level of precision all the way through to handcrafting those complex specialty treatments. Finally, we arrive at pillar 4, the final delivery presentation. Because, let's be totally honest, all that beautiful craftsmanship doesn't mean a thing if it gets crushed or soiled in the back of a delivery truck, right? We need to know exactly how that finished product is going to arrive. Step 1 for a pristine delivery. Draperies should be expertly fan-folded, or flat-folded if the specific fabric needs it to strictly maintain its integrity. Step 2, every single piece must be meticulously labeled with room and size tags. Trust me on this one, your installers will thank you profusely on a chaotic install day. Step 3, the treatments are carefully encased in protective plastic tubing and packed into specially designed custom boxes. Proper delivery presentation is paramount because it preserves all that beautiful hand craftsmanship during transit. When you open that box, the drapery should be absolutely flawless and immediately ready to hang. Partnering with a meticulously vetted, trade-exclusive workroom isn't just about getting curtains made. It's really about protecting and elevating our own design brands. Think about it. When the final product is consistently exceptional, beautiful, and hassle-free, our clients don't thank the workroom. They associate that flawless quality directly with us, the designers. It builds our reputation and totally secures our future referrals. So I want to leave you with this final thought to really chew on. Think about the 4 pillars we just went over: the seasoned craftsmanship, the rigorous quality control steps, the seamless communication, and the precise delivery methods. Ask yourself right now, is your current workroom truly bringing your ultimate vision to life? If you have any doubts at all, it might just be time to use these benchmarks to thoroughly reevaluate your fabrication partnerships. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here's to building much stronger, more reliable, and ultimately more beautiful partnerships for all of our future design projects.